Welcome to the series of Learn with JV Jariwala. Today, into the introduction to electrical engineering concepts, we will discuss very basic things about electricity. That is, what is current, what is electron current, what is conventional current, what are the types of electricity. That is, the classification of electricity. Now, we shall begin the very first basic, that is, what is electricity. So, the basic concepts about electricity. Now, electricity you can say consists of the flow of electrons from one point to another, which are at two different potentials, and those 2 points are connected via conductor. So, the electricity we can term it as simple, it is a current, or you can say a flow of electrons in a large number which flow from a point which is at a higher potential to that of a lower potential. So we can say that as the flow consists of electrons, we can say it as electron current. In case of water, we can say it as a hydraulic current. So here, as the electrons are flowing, we can term it as the electron current. The direction of electron current is always from the point where the electrons start to flow to the point where they end, or where do they stop. So the direction of electron current is always from a negative potential point, or you can say a comparatively lower potential point, to that of a higher potential point, or comparatively which is at a higher potential. So we shall see the demonstration of the electron current. How does it flow for a better understanding? Suppose, say this is a conductive wire. Okay. Now we will take the two end points as point P1 and point P2. Okay. Now these 2 points P1 and P2 both are at different potential. So to make it clear, we shall say that point P1 is at a higher potential than point P2. So the electron will always flow, as discussed earlier, that is the electron will flow from the point which is at lower potential to that of the higher potential. So the electron is here denoted by a black dot, is originating from point P2 and will reach at point P1 and it will stop there. So the electron now flows from P2 to P1. So the direction of electron current is always from the point where the electron originates to flow, and it is up to the point where it stops flowing. That is from the negative potential to the positive potential, or from a lesser potential to a higher potential. So now the conventional current. This is the current which we take into account for every calculation. Generally we avoid the direction of the electron current. So the conventional current is the current which we take into account for every calculations in the electric circuits. So the conventional current, as I said earlier, it has the direction of exactly opposite to that of the electron current. So we will take the same example. Let's say this is the wire, okay, and these are the 2 points P1 and P2, okay, and the same condition where P1 is at the higher potential and P2 is at a lower potential. So now the conventional current, for simplicity I have shown a black dot here. It does not represent any electron, but it is for the demonstration of the direction of the conventional current. So the conventional current will flow from point P1 to point P2 into the wire, or through the wire, where P1 is at a higher potential. So in our calculations, in our routine calculations, we use the direction of the conventional current, which is which is flowing from the point of a higher potential to that of a lower potential. Now the types of electricity, that is, we have two kinds of electricity depending upon the type of current flowing through the conductor. First is direct current alternating current and direct current, AC and DC as they are abbreviated. Now we shall see somewhat in detail what is AC and what is DC. So, beginning with the direct current electricity, that is the DC. Here in direct current electricity, the value of the current or the voltage remains constant continuously over the time. Suppose if there is a voltage source or a DC battery, so the voltage provided by that battery remains constant until the power supply or that particular battery is connected into the circuit or until the battery completely drains off. Okay, it has a specific magnitude, that is it has a constant specific magnitude, that is a value. Suppose if the battery source is of 5 volts, then it will be of 5 volts forever, that is until the battery drains out or until the battery is being connected. So the instantaneous value of the voltage provided by that battery will remain same or constant over time. Okay, now the equation of the direct current electricity, or you can say the voltage, is given as E equals to P1 minus P2, that is the electromotive force, which we call in general terms as the voltage, that is the difference between the two potentials through which the current flows, that is termed as the voltage. So the voltage is found always across two points, that is point P1 and point P2. So here in this equation is the EMF at the desired time instant t. Now in this equation you can say that there is no mention of any time. So there is a factor which is t, which is absent here in this equation. So we can say that the voltage does not depend upon time. So now we will see what is AC, that is alternating current electricity. So here alternating, as the name suggests, it gets altered over time, or you can say it gets changed over time. So the alternating current electricity changes its value continuously over time in a periodic fashion. Now the periodic fashion means that it repeats itself in cycles, that is after certain period it repeats itself. So whichever phenomenon which is repeated in certain time or duration, we can say that it has a certain frequency of occurrence, that is it repeats itself over certain period of time. So there is a mention of frequency in the AC electricity. We will see it has a specific frequency which is denoted by the Greek letter omega. So now we shall see the equation about the AC electricity, that is E equals to Em sine omega t. Here Em is the maximum possible voltage or EMF that could be measured in a particular single cycle, and here omega is the frequency of the occurrence of that particular cycle or that particular pattern, and t is the time at which we want to measure the particular voltage of that particular cycle. So here in this equation, E is the EMF at the desired time instant t, that is the instantaneous voltage that could be provided to a circuit, and the Em is the maximum magnitude of the EMF possible in a cycle, or you can say the Emax. So this was the very basics of the electricity. We shall discuss the next topics or in detail into the subsequent lectures. Thank you for your attention, and please mention any queries or any doubts in the comments. Thank you.